So today I will be speaking about what holds us back from fully embracing remote work condition. So this is already the moment when you have a remote work condition, which you will already have after the presentation of my colleagues. Yeah. So first, what is actually the full potential of remote work? So shortly, you can be anywhere, anytime. Some people say that they are happy and grateful with what they already have. You know, like when you have to express it, it's usually not true. I will end it here. Some people say that they are humble and they don't need it, because why would they actually aim for more? Again, like they might be happy with what they have. And, you know, behind all these things, there's something else. It's not humbleness. And they also say that they cannot leave others here. If you say this, please stop making your relatives or other people be an excuse for your life. So the reality is, what is behind all these statements, right? It is that we are scared. Period. We are just damn afraid, and it's normal because we are human. You were born, you are alive, you are here. Yes, you are strong, you are amazing, you're doing well, you have experience and so on, but you are scared to fully embrace it. We are the good and the bad. I really liked one statement, and it is that the bigger the sun, the bigger the shadow. Accept it. We are afraid, and it's okay. And I would love to, I would love to confess that I am also scared. I'm scared every time when I leave. I don't know what will await me. I don't know where am I heading. I plan many things last minute, but I started trusting myself. I started taking this as part of all this. I'm scared, and it's fine. It's normal. This is me. So I would love to invite you to really cross the threshold and follow what you want to try, what you want to see the word. And I would love to also you to read the next slide for yourself. We can say it out loud, yeah! Another super simple thing. Just one guy, the CEO of Slide, have been asking today on LinkedIn for his presentation, like, was this one truth that really hits you when you go remote fully and embrace all this lifestyle and so? So I commented that, you know, like when you really pick your things, you leave, you dare, and there's no one will save you, no one will help you. You're there on your own. And so it will force you, like, seriously force. This is just an adult life, okay? It's like, we don't have to overthink it. There's nothing else. But most people never actually get adult. This is another thing, that most people never really mature. They're never really on their own. But if you are embracing this remote work lifestyle, you will have to face it. It will force you. Yes, you might travel with your friends. I recommend you not to do so. I travel solo. And sometimes I meet some friends. That's fine too. But the idea is that when you are capable of resolving all these issues anywhere you are, like Vietnam, you know, like, do you speak Vietnamese? I have no clue, you know, I can order a green tea. And this is it. But the thing is that if I can handle these things no matter where I am, if my assistant can book me a class no matter where I am, so we know that it makes you stronger. And no matter what other issue you will ever face in life, you will just handle it. And you will mature. And actually, the idea of the freeze project I do and of maturity of the adult position is very simple. And it is about accepting responsibility. Yeah, fear of being on our own with ourselves. This is what I already mentioned, so that we are constantly distracted by some other stuff. And but what's the reason why we keep distracting ourselves, right? So the thing is that we are usually running away from our reality because we are scared to face it. But damn, for what else do you want to live? So I really would love to, if you are scared that oh my God, okay, I will stop here and I will start asking myself questions and where do I want to go and so on. And okay, I can live really my best life. Yeah, I can do this. This sounds great. So at first it will really feel frightening, but I want to encourage you. Just believe you can do this, you got this, and you will, just through this process that will be painful, you will create yourself a super beautiful and really self-fulfilled life. Fear of the unknown. It's also legit. It's totally normal, and there will be a lot of unknown, and a lot of you cannot imagine because you do not have this experience. This will incredibly broaden your perspective and understanding of life, world, and everything, and you will really like zoom out from your current little perspective. But the thing is, why we have this fear is because we are trying to control everything. We think that like, okay, I'm here in my city, I know when this bus goes, and I don't have to, I can maybe wait 1-2 minutes, but when you are in the world, I have no clue when the bus goes. I don't know how the public transport works somewhere. You have to resolve so many problems, like ATM fees at the ATM, faulty and like scammy ATMs that are actually taking your money or just eating your card and you cannot get it away. How to get somewhere where there's island and there's no public transport. There are just some taxi drivers. I got to a point when I'm actually moving my suitcase on a bicycle, a motorbike. And to me, it's completely normal. Just like first time when I was going in Bangkok, which is like a big city. So when I just called a motorbike and it was a girl driver and she took my suitcase. It was big over there. I was like, what the hell am I doing? And then I realized it's such a fun, it's just such a different life. But you couldn't anticipate this unless you would be there. Would you ever had an idea I have a scooter here in Georgia. Would you have an idea to buy a scooter? Totally not. And to drive on a scooter on high heels? Totally not. Until I was in Vietnam, and it's okay. So you cannot control everything. You cannot control how the world works, but you can adapt. And how you can just, break this is just relax and just be curious. Be a beginner. You don't know the word because we feel like, oh, we're grown up already, so we have a university, we have a degree, we are important, we are respected. But no, deep inside, you are still a curious kid. You're just suppressing it. Everyone is. I have a friend who's like 45. He's a perpetual traveler. And I think he's the most, it's not childish, but just the most curious and exploring person I know. He's 45. He travels the world. He doesn't have a home around the world. And he's not like, okay, whatever. He's very, very rational. He runs like 3 companies. 2 of them are for cybersecurity. Okay, there's no growth in the known. I know that, like, I come from the Czech Republic, and many people ask me when I'll be back. They already stopped asking because they understood that when I say never, it's not a joke. And I realized, like, just a hypothetical situation that what if I would go back? And I realized that I would actually it would be such a huge step back to me, to my growth. Because if I was there, I would speak my language, I would walk the streets I already know, and so on. And when you are in this same environment, yeah, it's super comfortable, but you actually degrade. You're not really moving ahead. It's like when I'm here and I have to speak my super broken Georgian with 5 words I know, it's actually making me grow. It's like you're constantly evolving. You're constantly slightly aware of the surroundings, but you're not aware when you are at one place. Yeah. And this also comes with really like a conscious decision. I want to be better. I want to grow. I want to learn. I want to see how much I can learn, how much I can see. Okay, and surely, like, we will overthink it. You will, especially at the beginning, I don't know how often you travel, but especially people who do not have that much experience with travels, which is normal. You cannot have experience unless you actually travel, period. So once you start traveling, you will say, oh, exactly, like, you don't speak the language, which for you, it might be pretty usual. But for example, in my country, so we have a Slavic group of where, like, we have a Czech language, so it's a Slavic group of languages. So people be like traveling to Croatia instead of Italy, despite, you know, the value is not really, it's a bit, it's okay, but I don't believe that they're really happy in Croatia every year at the same place, but they are going there because they're actually scared of trying something different, and they're scared that they wouldn't understand. But in fact, like, I don't understand Croatian either, but they feel like, oh, at least it's a bit like similar, and they have so many overthinking fears that are non-existent. Like, really, literally, most of the drama just happens in your mind, and you have this lack of imagination what can actually happen over there, or you have too much imagination that ruins your plan. Just don't do this. I really recommend you how to, you know, how to overcome this. So talk to people who have the experience, talk to people who were resolving the same problem, talk to digital nomads or just some travelers who already went to a place where you want to go, and get informed. Just make some research. But I do not recommend you to make too much research, because then you increase your expectations, and then you come to some place and you'll be like, oh, it doesn't look like on Instagram, you know, it doesn't look like on Instagram. Okay, so there are certain traits that you will really, it's really super good for life. It's not just for remote work or whatever. And it's to be adaptable. It's this capability, because it's really a skill to live differently. For example, I set up potential homes around work. Like, where can I imagine to live in the future? And flexibility. And I have a very good message for you, and it can be learned. It's really, it's like a habit. Like, you wake up in the morning, you brush your teeth. So I get flexible and adaptable just by traveling randomly. And my last slide, and I want you to make yourself a promise. Can you see it? Okay. I want you to see it. And the promise is, I will dedicate myself to myself. I want you to choose yourself. That's it. Thank you.